Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
They'll hand it off. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. And they get him down after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he's got it. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Dogs pick up enough yardage for a first down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
It's an out route. The catch made. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. And look at this result. Some positive yards.
And the Bulldogs line it up with 1st and goal. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown. He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out, it's Watkins. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Man, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. A good job up front and a nice run.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Handing off on the draw play. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here comes a handoff. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner is brought down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The shotgun running play call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Dropping back, it's Collins. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points. At the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
They're behind the sticks on second and long here from the 12. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Uses the spin move to get into the open. Moves his way for a first down to the 35. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. And now they'll run it on the draw. Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Hands off to the fullback. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on third down. You can hear the bench screaming. The crowd is screaming. Watch the draw. Watch the screen. Watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear them say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, This is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Finds his man. It's Evans. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for fourth down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's third and long now. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Evans. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Dogs will line up here on first down and goal. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Finds room at the 30. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking for the wideout. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looking to throw. It's Collins. And now another deep ball here. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to begin the second half. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. And they get the second half started with a running play. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver makes the catch. It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who are right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Back to throw. It's Collins. Catch made by the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. Strong game by this quarterback. Now the important point after attempt. PAT makes it a 17-7 game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. You give it to the big fullback here, and they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down after a short gain there. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. Now it's second down here. Looking to throw yet again. Grab down the middle. It's Evans. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Oh, and he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Georgia. He'll stroll into the end zone. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there. As far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. And then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Dropping back. It's Collins. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. He'll hand it off. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he'll get their 1st down yards before they finally bring him down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Touchdown, LSU. This quarterback on fire today. That's an important score. We've got a 1-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Going after, up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll stop the ball for 31.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Short connection to the tight end here. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Keeping it on the ground here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the 4th quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
An out carry here for the fullback. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play from the very jump, and the fullback just didn't have any speed to get around anybody. Stuffed the run perfectly.
This drive has already chewed more than 3 minutes off the clock. They'll come up on 2nd down now. Caught on the outside. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And They bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Out of the gun now on third down. The pocket breaking down. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a fourth down call. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. And the quarterback will just sneak it now.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down for the offense.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
On the ground, it's Frazier. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Big throw complete to the tight end. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on 3rd down. Now to set up a pivotal 4th down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
Field goal try, no good. And after the miss, it's still a 3-point lead.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They'll ride the back again here. The gain moves the ball to a 34. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And smart choice, he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. First down. They're going to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Chris, what a drive by this offense to put the go-ahead score up with under 10 seconds to go. You know, as a quarterback, you hope for opportunities like this, and this offense and the quarterback delivers in a big way.
PHC up and good, so the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after the late touchdown, they'll kick it away here and hope the defense can hold on to seal this W. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. The ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Across midfield. Inside the 40. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.